What else? You know what? Ralph Bohner needs to fucking die.
Oh, I can't believe they brought him back.
Ralph Bohner, he's like, this was
that
like,
was like you guys were pushing it.
Stop.
You guys are pushing
like
it
Marvel,
right now.
we have called it out each time when they have brought back like bad jokes and kept them going and try to justify them. With the Mandarin. Let that dude. He's in the new.
Oh, the Wonder Man.
He's gonna be in Wonder Man. Like fucking let that guy die, man. I don't need to see fake Mandarin anymore.
They're trying to save it. All the bad stuff they do, they gotta like do some new stuff to be like, no, hang on.
Ralph Bohner is the worst.
Yeah, I know.
The worst fucking move that Marvel has ever done.
I think you might have said that.
Yeah,
maybe, once or twice.
Yeah, that's why to me I think
all the time, guys. All the time.
So every year when we do our year in review, it's like, what's the honorary Ralph Bohner? Because this is the worst. This is the worst thing that Marvel's ever done. Is screwed us over with that Ralph Bohner thing.
I love how much you hate.
It's fucking bullshit, man. Like I'm so tired of Marvel Ralph Bonering us.
I love
and like, why do you gotta double down
it.
on the bullshit that is bullshit? And
they did that with Star Wars too. I mean, right?
I agree. I agree. Yeah. So, but
this is the reason why Palpatine somehow returned because like stop making whole series dedicated
trying
to this.
justify the bullshit you guys created. I get it.
Carry on.
But I'm tired. I fucking hate Ralph Bohner. And as soon as I
I love him just for that reason.
Are you bonerific? I was like, oh my fucking gosh. I was sitting next to Ariane and I was like, fucking Ralph Bohner's back. Fuck that guy, man. Like, gosh damn it. I'm so sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of the Ralph Bohnering. And that like literally that is what ruined WandaVision to me. WandaVision would have been a perfect show to me. Well, the ending also, whatever. Like, that was fucking stupid also. But no, they'll never know what you sacrificed. You mean tortured them and...
right.
Wanda was wrong.
She sacrificed her husband. Everybody else sacrificed like everything.
Their entire life and the freedom and everything. And she was wrong. She was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. But the Ralph Bohner thing also, though. Like, so that show that's what made the show horrible. And I do not need to see that guy again.
Wow.
I'm so sick of Ralph Bohner.
I never want to see him again. But now I kind of do. I would love if we got another Ralph Bohner thing.
Cameo?
Just for this moment. Man, I've had a long week. This helped. Here,
you
rail.
For Ralph Bohner? No,
my stars and garters.
Man, the MCU just continues to piss me off, man. Maybe this is their plan. Maybe they have a secret, somebody listening to our show.
Right.
And know, hey, this guy gets so jazzed up over Ralph Bohner.
Should we do it again?
Let's just keep Ralph Bohnering him.
Let's do it again. I'm sure he's not alone. Let's keep bringing out plenty of Ralph Bohner episodes. Yeah. Ralph Bohner moments.
But
rage clicks are still clicks.
Yeah, I don't know. And that I don't know. I don't really know if I can separate myself from how the whole sequence of events after that happened. Like he was able to find Ralph Bohner and he gave him the information for her to Google Agatha, and then he figured everything out because of that. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can separate. Like, was that cool or was it not good because it came from Ralph Bohner? Like, I'm not the guy to.
I hear you.
Say that, but just that tarnished the whole thing for me. Like
you're too close to it.
Yeah, then he Googled her. Yeah, and then I guess there's a picture of her from 1700s. I don't know, in there somehow. And then
like when did they start doing photography?
Yeah, you know what else, dude? I'm just gonna keep going. There were a lot of black people in 1750 that were not slaves. Like, you know what I mean?
Every coven I felt like they were trying to say like let's get a mix of
let's mix them all up.
And I do like that Agatha pretty much was a bad guy. She was murdering people.
Yeah,
I mean she was straight up a jerk. But yeah, like all those covens had
all these people didn't exist in this type of lifestyle in America in the 1750s. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Maybe they were just traveling through. They were just on their way. I
don't know how many African American women who were merchants in a town that were perfectly fine and free and normal and spoke perfectly regular English. And I don't know. Like
just existing.
I hate that historical shit where it's like, oh, we're gonna change it up for diversity's sake, but we're gonna change the past.
But we're gonna screw history.
Yeah, that's not what it was like. I'm sorry, it wasn't like that. You and I wouldn't have been in a fucking coven of witches in 1750. We would have been the help.
Right. And there was, I mean, that TV show, Legends, that came out like a few years ago. I mean, it was a while ago now. That had all these different, like, these like C-listed superheroes. You know, even
D-listed. Legends,
yeah, Legends,
or Legends of Tomorrow or something like that, or
Legends
DC
of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow.
I think the shortened version was called Legends. I always laughed at it, and Firestorm. I always thought Firestorm was like a, you know, maybe not an A character, but at least a B+ character. But they always, whenever like they went back, I mean, they were always going back in time, and they showed, you know, the Firestorm. I can't think of his name, the actor's name, or the character that he played, because I don't think he was Ron. I want to say Ron Livingston. I don't know if that's right, though. Anyways, my point is, like, they would show them going, you know, him going into town. They're back in the past. And I'm like, you wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to, like, walk down the street and say that.
Yeah.
You would not have been, like, you know, had this kind of, you know, relationship, you know, with this, you know, white girl in the middle of everything kind of thing. It's like, people would have been looking at you crazy, jumping you, blah, blah, blah. That would, I mean, I remember, like, in the 80s, it was still a little bit taboo.
Yeah.
You know, to be an interracial couple. You know, that and that wasn't that long ago. Like even in the 90s. I mean, I'm not going to get into it.
Now, I had friends at schools whose dads were against interracial. Like you can't date anyone other than a white person.
Yeah.
A white girl, you know. Like I had friends that told me that.
Right,
like,
right.
Serious?
Yeah, exactly. Like
so your sister's
today?
Not available to me?
Yeah, we'll see about that. That became transmission. He's on check. Next. Trent was running through him. Didn't even like him. I was like, it's the principle. It's the principle. I respect you, sir. All the people
trying to equality, man. Trying to make it right for everybody.
That's what you're trying to make it right for everybody. You're a big
trying
damn
to blaze
hero.
the trail, man.
You're a big damn hero, sir.
Jackie Robinson, then me.
And then you.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody tell you different. God bless you for all the things you and your boys have done. But I get that. I get that. And I love that TV series. They feel the need to ignore that.
Yeah.
Or maybe because there's not enough people of color behind the scenes to be like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
You know, to some people that don't think about this, or people that do not have to think about this.
Yeah.
You know, with any sort of consistency. To them, it's like, it's no big deal. Let's tell the story. Let's do this. Let's have a black person here. Let's mix it up. Let's make it fun for everybody. But I think all the people that they're making it fun for, I guarantee you, like all of them, whether they are Hispanic, Asian, black, whatever the case may be, are looking at it like, I don't know.
That's not what it was like.
And if you're really doing your homework, like anybody that's even like Irish is looking back on this like, my people weren't able to do that back then. If you're Italian and you're looking back, I don't think if you're Polish, like, my people can. If you're Jewish, all that stuff, even Catholic, you should all be looking at it like, we weren't really getting away with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like that back then. How did this turn into like a
sociology
what are you
class?
Talking about now?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
What are you talking about? Yes, just bring it back. Yeah. But I guess like the overall point being is that this show, some things here and there that were okay. Yeah. But it wasn't this. I'm not the target audience.
Sure.
For this show.
Okay.
And so with that said, like I didn't have fun so much because I didn't really like Catherine Hahn, her acting in this. The characters were okay, but like I don't really care about the magic side of the MCU so far.
That's a very good point too. Like it's never really been a big thing with Marvel.
Yeah, and that's
like
really,
with the Marvel universe, it's there. It's never really been a huge thing.
Yeah, it's been kind of explained away in a lot of ways too. Like I thought they were like kind of justifying it in the Avengers movies. And then it's kind of just like, oh, well, then now we have Doctor Strange and he does magical things. Right. And then they're I thought they were going to find a way to justify it. And then now it's just like, no, we're just going to straight magic now. Yeah. And people just do spells and shit. Yeah. So that's probably part of it. Is like my own bias. I don't really care about the magic side of the MCU so far. The first Doctor Strange was okay to me. The second one was horrible. So I just have never cared about that side of Marvel. Yeah. And so like overall, the show just didn't do anything for me. I kind of had to really slog through it because I just didn't care. Plus, I'm trying to be open to whatever MCU is doing, and there are a lot of different characters, a lot of diversity in the books. Yeah. But I mean, I'm trying to also.
You got to lower your standards.
Yeah, I'm also trying to.
Every time I watch a Marvel thing,
True.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, but I also just want to be entertained, man. Like I want to have the excitement that I had with the Marvel movies when they first came out, and also when I was reading comic books. Like I want to have that excitement. I'm a comic book fan. You know, I love comic books and I love these worlds.
Yeah.
But I'm not. But the mainstream stuff isn't being catered to comic book fans, I think, and it's unfortunate. You know?
Yeah, I think I would definitely agree with that. I think they're not even trying to aim for comic book fans. I think they're trying to cast a wider net, which means they've got to hopefully maybe hit the comic book fans. They've got to hit the casual fans. They got to hit the MCU fans. They got to hit the casual MCU fans. They got to hit the straight, gay, LGBTQ.
Yeah, the
they're
Asian,
trying to
black.
Asian,
They got to hit
black.
everybody.
Yeah,
That's
they're trying to.
The old, I guess, because that one.
Which I mean, that's
old,
it's great to have some old, characters that are not, young people. I like that concept. I think
that divination character was my favorite one of all the people. But I don't know, man. I just I'm wondering where they're going. And there's I think I don't know. I was watching maybe the 6th or 7th episode, and they had that big like 2025 Marvel, and they showed a bunch of trailers, like quick clips of everything coming out, and like nothing looked good to me. Like the Daredevil one, I still don't trust what they're doing with Daredevil. And then there's Ironheart, there's Wonder Man, like all these series that other couple of animated series, the Marvel Zombies, What If, I think Volume 3, and then a Wakanda show. Like nothing looks good. You know what I mean? Thunderbolts trailer didn't look good to me. Like I don't know, man.
I don't remember the Thunderbolts trailer. Have to watch it.
Yeah,
again.
no, I don't like. So I don't know. Like I don't know what's going on, man. So I'm trying. Like what do I get to look forward to as a comic book fan?
Yeah,
really nothing at this point. So
you'll have to lower your expectations.
Yeah. So I don't know. So point. I guess overall, just this show was okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I at the very least, I was hoping to be entertained like Catherine Hahn. You know what I mean? And I didn't even get that. You know what I mean? So
I felt like she was definitely kind of. I don't know. She felt like she had to be more cartoonish.
Yeah.
Or I'm not sure, but I don't know. What do you want to rate it?
So for rating the show, just based on if I enjoyed it or not, I really didn't. So I'm probably sitting like a 60, maybe a 58. Like I feel like this just did not need to be here. I think we could have gotten another introduction with Wiccan at some point with his brother, and it would have been a better way instead of dumping it all into this 9-episode run of randomness.
Yeah.
I love Wiccan as a character. I think he was amazing in the Young Avengers book. He's one of my favorite characters in that book.
Cool.
Because he plays a really important role, on that team.
And he's an original character.
And I didn't hate the kid that played him in this. I think he was fine.
Yeah.
I think he played the role well. I think he would be a good fit to play Wiccan, I mean, Wiccan's a little bit tougher than he seemed in the books. But still, though, pretty decent, pretty solid. But I think, I don't know. So, I'm sitting at like a 58. 59.
Okay.
And then,
Did you say 60 before?
I said 60.
Now you're down to 58.
No, I said that.
No, that's cool.
60,
that's your
58.
score. It's all good.
So I'm like right at that kind of D- rating, I guess.
Okay.
And then as far as R rating, God, man, I would say skip it.
Altogether.
Yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't. I don't know anybody in my life that I'd recommend this to. I wouldn't tell RJ to watch it. I wouldn't tell. Shit, man, I don't even think I'd tell like my gay friends to watch it because they're not comic book fans. So I mean, I don't know what they get out of it,
Yeah.
So
that's a good point about who you tell to watch it. You know what? I'm gonna give it. When I watched it, I think originally the first time, it was kind of like whatever. Then again, like I said, watching it the second time, and I didn't get all the way through it the second time. I was able to appreciate it a little bit more, kind of knowing, so to speak, everything, so to speak. I was able to appreciate it more. So I might give this show maybe a 67 to a 70.
Okay.
So I did like the characters. I thought, some of the stuff, it did get a little silly at some points. Obviously, I think every episode has some silly points. But I'm going to say maybe somewhere between a 67, what did I say? To a 70? Yeah, to a 70. And then whether or not to watch it, you don't really need to to watch this, I think the biggest reason why to watch it is one, you get to see like, there's Wiccan is in it. So Wiccan is definitely going to be something that's going to be further down the line. If you want to see what happened maybe with the rest of the Wandaverse, that might be a reason to watch it. So, I don't know. It depends on how much of a Marvel fan you are. If you're a decent, like a pretty big Marvel fan, like the cinematic universe, put it on your list. Don't drop what you're doing, but put it on your list of things to watch later. Other than that, I'm gonna give it like a meh. So I'm not gonna say skip it altogether because I did watch it. I was entertained by it. I did like seeing the all the actors interact. So I was still entertained by that. So
all right, cool.
So yeah, some different scores.
Yeah,
Let's